But how would you do that?
I don't know.
Like, you're 19 at this point.
It's a secondary question. For you, it's how do you do it? Okay, then we'll do it. For me, it's we're doing it, and now let's just figure out how it's going to happen.
You're going to get married
I was absolutely ready to get married. This is my person. What's the next thing? I go get a job. What am I going to get a job without her?
Hi, I'm Chaya.
And I'm Moishe Dov.
Welcome to Undecided and Committed, a soul-bearing podcast about our relationship and the gifts of growing together.
We've lived through addiction, disconnection, healing, and transformation, and we invite you into the raw, unscripted corners of our story.
We start off a little slow, messy, and funny, figuring it out as we go, but we promise it gets deeper and it gets real. We are so happy you are joining us.
Our hope is that while listening to our story, you find comfort in the familiar and know that there might be hope for you too. This podcast was made possible with the help of our talented producer and co-sponsor, Yossi Lolian, the man behind our sound, video, and editing.
If you would like to sponsor an episode and be part of bringing our message to the world, please reach out to us, and you can find all of our information below in the show notes. All right, here we go. Episode 2, alcohol-induced blackouts, parental disapproval, and the trauma of dating this guy at 19. Welcome back to the messy middle of our story. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, like those rap artists.
Okay, we're recording. This is it. We're already live.
Yes. So, love to hear from you, Chaich. What are your feelings since our last?
Can we do an official welcome to our audience before we start? I'm sorry. Feels weird to jump right in.
No problem. Just do it.
You do it.
Hi, welcome, audience.
Hi, welcome. We're back with our second episode.
Yes, thanks for coming back. Yeah, we appreciate feedback, and it's nice. It's nice to get feedback. So please share with us. Otherwise, at this very moment, we're continuing to go.
Let's go.
All right.
Hi. I'm not settled. I'm going to be like on the edge of my seat for that now.
Okay. So until you have something to correct me with, I'm going to start talking. So last week, we started sharing a little bit of our history from when we met that first year in Israel. Mm-hmm. And we had that very interesting twist at the end, which I'm grateful for.
So where did we leave off?
We left off by acknowledging that first of all, that was like when our relationship moved into an exclusive relationship, like when there was a friendship that all of a sudden, we expressed love for each other. Mm-hmm. And you felt like you were
pushed
propelled.
pushed
into it.
Something that I wasn't really ready for.
It was jarring. And it's interesting because when you say it now, I'm like, damn, you know what? You're right. Now I'm seeing things that I didn't see before.
Do you think we wouldn't have married each other? We wouldn't have continued, our relationship wouldn't have evolved had that step not happened? Do you think we'd be here today?
I'm going to answer your question, but it's going to be a very broad, you're probably not going to like it, but, and that is that, if the leaf didn't fall the same that day on some tree from some tree in Arkansas, mm-hmm. then our relationship wouldn't happen. Meaning everything that happened in our relationship had to happen in order for us to be here. Right. But
we don't know.
It seems that in our relationship, there were multiple times that in and out of our relationship, you were kind of pushed.
Where's out? I know.
The out was the second time that we broke up. More accurately, you broke up with me. And the way that you broke up with me was I schlepped it out of you.
Oh, right.
Right. You were...
Should we continue in our story before we jump ahead to that story?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So what was it like what do you recall from after that Hanukkah time, after that event? I can say what I remember.
Yeah, say what you remember because I I don't have.
I mean, generally,
So much from
there
that.
was a general like schedule that was happening. You know, number one is that first of all, did we mention about that by mistake text? You sent that. We talked about that by mistake text that you were supposed to send to your cousin, but you
Right.
sent it to me. Right. So throughout that year, number one, I was in Tzfas. You were in Jerusalem in seminary, and we were in touch on the phone. We talk a lot on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
We would text each other,
Mm-hmm.
and we would try to spend as much time as we can with each other. Every opportunity we had. I would try to come into Jerusalem as often as possible. And when I came in, that was like, you know, I had like my brother to go to, and I wanted to come see you. I think the other brother that I stayed at where we met had already left. And that was like the highlight.
Young love,
Yeah.
excitement,
Yeah. Invigorating.
infatuation, invigorating.
Yeah.
/ distraction. Not distraction. Like everything else was like blurry around it. It was like, whoosh, let's
Yeah.
get together. Let's see each other.
Yeah. I mean, when I think about it, that it was definitely overwhelmingly so, meaning a majority that way. Like I did have yeshiva. I was learning somewhat. I was, you know, I had my routine in yeshiva as well, you know, where I was definitely had my chavrusas that I was
Right, but
learning with.
when we got together on the like, if you were coming into Jerusalem for the weekend, like that, like everything else was like secondary. Like things just got pushed out of the way.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm hesitant to say secondary is because a big part of me going to Jerusalem was also having Shabbos at Sralik and Rivka's,
Okay.
my brother and sister-in-law, and those Shabbosim.
Yeah. Again, I'm not putting down like all the friends we had and the other things that we did. It's just that like it really influenced like our direction.
100%.
It
It was
sense.
the thing that gave me the butterflies as I'm
Right.
driving in the bus. Oh my gosh, that bus ride. And yeah, Thursday night. I think did you ever come for like a Shabbos meal? I don't think so.
No,
No.
maybe towards the end.
Right. But yeah, try to spend as much time as possible. And certainly those 2 times, Thursday night and Motzei Shabbos.
Okay. So for those who are just catching up now and only watching this episode of our story, we meet at the beginning of in September, and it's now midway through the year, and we're like deep into our boyfriend-girlfriend commitment relationship.
Yeah.
Infatuated, excited, obsessed. It's just like everything. It's so fun, so new, so like big, so real, so deep.
And intense.
And intense in what
Intense
ways?
in a good way. Like, I don't know, the best word I can think of right now is like very invigorating. Like a lot of butterflies, very like intense love. I want to spend time with you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Should I share some things that were going on for me aside for all of that, which I'm with you on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so one main big piece was like, I'm dating this guy seriously. You're starting to like become part of my life. My friends, our friends are, connected and intertwined. But like, am I going to marry you? Was already like the question that was starting to rumble. Like we were 19. We had just turned 19, right? In December and January. And I wasn't really like, oh, I'm so excited to get married. I wasn't like ready to get married, but like you are the prospect in my life. I'm like, will I marry you? Are you the person that I'm going to marry? And most of my head was saying no. Like, this is everything that you just described, but I'm not going to marry you because you're not the guy I imagined. You're not like the background you came from. Like, you're just not what I imagined to be my husband. But like, this is, at the same time, this is everything in my world right now.
And what effects would the factor about that conversation that we had when I shared with you?
Wait, we're not there yet.
Right. But
wait, before you like tell me your whole life story, let's just get more superficial.
Right. I'm just wondering if that was before or after.
No, it's like, right away. I remember the first conversation we had.
You were already thinking like
before we like were an item, we had this long conversation. Remember the first call? We talked about it last week on our first podcast. That conversation, in my mind, I was already like, you're this, I'm that. We can't really get married. You're not the guy I'm looking to marry, or you're not the guy I imagine to marry. So it colored my experience from day one, actually, even before that first conversation. Like, I already made that assumption, already put you in a box.
Right.
So I think that weight I carried with me from the beginning, which I didn't think about until now either. It's like, I'm like letting myself fall into something with this knowledge that, like, until a certain point.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. And you were like, I'm just going with what the next. I think it tells a lot about you and I. You're like one step at a time in some ways. Like, what's right in front of me right now? This is what I have. This is what we're working with. This is what I have. Like, this is I'm sorry, I'm not like articulating it.
Yeah, you're saying it.
Fine.
This is it.
This is it. And I'm like, but what about this in the future? What about that in the future? Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, what do we have right now in this moment?
Yeah, in that context, certainly, and I think in many contexts, I had no, but what if? It just wasn't part of my thing. There wasn't any, but what if, in negative or in positive?
Okay, forget the negative, because I get that. You don't go there. But you weren't, what if we get married one day? Like, what if she's the one? You don't go there? You didn't go there?
No.
You were just like, what's today? What do I have right now?
No. I think it was, she is the one.
Immediately? Or it was not a cognitive thought. It was just like your whole everything knowing.
Yeah, I guess in my experience, entertaining any person that I liked, it was this is like the person. This is the person. Yeah, there wasn't.
I mean, I thought that too. Is this the person? Is this the person?
Oh, so we just had.
I don't think he's the person.
We just had one word before. Is this the person? This is the person.
Right. And every time, is this the person? Like, so many thoughts were no, and some things were yes, but so much was no. Oh,
interesting.
I feel bad for me.
Oh, really?
It's intense. No?
I guess I had a hard time really.
We need tissues. Not really. We're fine. I'm just saying for next time.
I think I was just so self-absorbed. I think the word is preoccupied. Let's just say preoccupied with my own conviction that. And I'm hesitating saying this. I'm going to say it. I'm going to, that I was probably so preoccupied with what I knew that your doubt was an obstacle and a distraction that we just had to get over.
I'm just saying from my perspective, do you feel bad for me? Like when I just said, I feel bad for me, do you get that? Or you're just thinking about yourself right now, which is fine.
No, I'm going back to then. Like, did I feel bad for you then?
No.
Do I feel bad for you now?
For me
based
then.
on what you were experiencing then?
Whatever, it's just what it was.
I guess I need to really understand.
It's not really so important.
Yeah.
It's just a moment. We had a moment. It's okay.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, we'll talk about it tonight.
No, I think I get it. No, I think I understand what you're saying logically, but I'm not connecting emotionally. Yeah.
Do you think this is something that we need to stretch apart, or should we move on?
We can move on.
Great. Let's go.
Yeah, and I don't know, the next thing I feel like sharing is that, one day I thought it would be the right time to share with you my deepest, darkest secrets. I don't know. I think it was that. I think it was driven by a subconscious process. I don't think I consciously planned, okay, now is the time to share with her the thing so that I can find out if I can really trust her. I don't think it was conscious in any way. I think it was subconscious. But it was something I was carrying alone. And like you mentioned not too long ago, yeah, you were 19 years old. 19-year-old girl from Koji Beach.
I'm having a whole process right now around it. Yeah, I'm with you.
Meeting this Brooklyn boy and this Crown Heights rugged. Yeah, I appreciate when you shared it with me, like maybe like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, acknowledging how traumatic it was for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'll never truly understand or truly feel what you felt so that I can acknowledge you. And we had such opposite experiences.
Right. I'll never understand your experience, what you shared with me, which was essentially more traumatic.
I guess I feel responsible as the person who shared it, but most importantly, like, who am I to have that as a memory that was so good for me, yet so traumatic for you?
So now you're beating yourself up about how big of what's the word? What a milestone it was for you in our relationship and what a turning point it was for the better. Yet that was traumatizing for me. So now you're beating yourself up about it. Or you're just...
Yeah, I'm just judging myself and assessing myself as to whether I'm allowed to have that as a pleasant memory.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah. As long as, and you are, and you have, like, it's not as long as, but like, it's really helpful and validating for me that you also take responsibility for the impact it had in my life, and that you understand and that you see me, but doesn't mean that, doesn't take away from how important, like, I was supporting you. That's beautiful. I still see that as a beautiful thing for you. I'm not looking at the whole thing and I don't shudder at the experience, the conversation. It's just important for me to, and I have, and I do, and I'm okay, like, to recognize how
it was a real defining moment.
Yeah, it was a defining moment, and it really shook me up. But I don't even know if I was acknowledging it in the time.
Got it. What happened for you internally after that happened? Right? So on one hand, all right, this relationship is going to end at the end of the year at max. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life with him. I really like him. I'm going to enjoy this boyfriend-girlfriend thing. Do you, I guess this is a yes or no, like, do you continuously, like, let me fall more and more in love with you?
Are you saying I was leading you on?
Not intentionally, but without having the tools to acknowledge that and address it. You're just like, okay, let's just go another day.
I need to, like, step this back. So can you kind of repeat the first half of the question before the leading up? Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Or repeat it.
Yeah,
rephrase it.
Okay, so just before we mentioned that, you went into the relationship knowing, or not knowing as a knowledge, but thinking that, okay, look, this is obviously not the person I'm going to be marrying.
It wasn't like that.
Okay.
Like, yes and no. Like, I'm not, it wasn't that this is not the person I'm marrying, let's just have fun for 1 year. It's like, this is not the person you're going to marry, but you da-da-da, but da-da-da-da. Like, it's like constant battle in my mind of, like, judgment or criticism, or like, what if, or maybe, but you never know, but he is, but like, let's just see, or I'm really enjoying it, or don't think about it right now, don't worry about it. It wasn't like, wow, you're not marrying this guy, but just have fun for 1 year, you're in Israel, why the hell not? Like, let's just you have a boyfriend, like who doesn't enjoy it? Not that at all. And it wasn't even at this point. I didn't have the tools then to have clear, like to be able to listen to the noise and either like have the strength to get up and walk away, or to say, hey, you're just a bunch of noise. Let me, I kind of did that. You're just a bunch of noise. Let me one day at a time. It's kind of what I was doing without that exact response, but that's basically what I was doing. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, let's just keep going one day at a time. But it wasn't like, what's wrong with you? You're leading him on. That wasn't the flavor of that.
Got it. So what'd you do after that?
After that, I lived with my stomach turning. And then shutting away that idea, like nausea and and fear and absolute in turmoil in my stomach a lot of nights, but don't think about it type of voice, or let other things distract me, or distractions.
At what point do you share it with somebody?
Did I share? At what point did I share that?
Yeah.
Years later.
Oh, years later?
Yeah, years later. Sorry. 2 years later when I'm leaving, not years, but like
wow.
a year and a half, like not that year when we were in Israel, not the following year when we're both in the States. The following year, I think you're back in Israel, and I lived in Israel for several months that year. I was 21. I might have said things to friends casually along the way, like, oh yeah, like, oh, his childhood is messed up, or it's not like me, or like, yeah, he came from I don't know, he had a traumatizing life. But that's much more casual and not really, like, everyone has traumatizing life. Everyone has problems except for me. But like, it wasn't the heavy weight of what it was. It just said that to alleviate some of the pressure, or to share with others, like a little bit, of what I'm going through. But, I held that like a tight secret. I mean, still, some extent.
Right.
I mean, you go tell everybody everything that happened to you.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, so, that whole year, we spend as much time as we can together. That's on weekends, and then as the year comes to a close, we go on a trip together. We meet up in Eilat
with a bunch of friends.
We meet up in Netanya for like 2 days.
Right, our schedules became more open and free, and so we took every advantage of free time and getting to know each other more, and really just like traveling Israel and having fun and bringing friends along. And we were less shy also about our relationship. Like in the beginning, It's like, are we dating? Are we not? Like, is it secretive? Is it not? Like, I think that's normal. That's a normal kind of investigation that we were doing ourselves, and also the backgrounds and the community that we come from. It's not like a thing that everyone does. And until like, it was probably after Pesach, April time, that we're like, oh, this is it. This is us. This is who we are. And so like share it with our friends and go camping with friends and do a lot more together, which became so much more natural and comfortable and like mature. Like, we're so big. We're such adults. Like, we're like seriously dating. It's so fun. It's such a like fun idea. In that. And
like, I love that.
We felt invincible.
I love that. And our relationship was, for the most part, like very much supported by all our friends. They were so happy for us to be dating, Look, you had that one friend, and I had that one person in my life.
Later on, I think. It was more later on.
Yours was later on.
Well, you had one person, right? You had one person in life.
I had one person that right in the beginning said, "Hey, I'm warning you." And
I had friend. I think, I don't. It's hard to explain what this is at that age, but like, I think our friends they're all just as young as us. They're all experiencing these things for the first time as well, whether their own relationships or their best friend or their good friend, like having a serious boyfriend, like it's also new for everybody. There was nobody in my world that I had a mentor to look up to be like, be careful with what you're doing, or do this or don't do that. Everyone's like, oh, we're all just figuring it out.
Right. I'm really looking at it from the lens of us being in a large group of friends, and there are few actual relationships. Right. So there is your friend and her boyfriend who ended up getting married. There's like multiple couples that started dating then that are married today.
Okay.
And possibly all of them.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I was just looking at our relationships through the eyes of those around us and how supportive they were. Oh, there's this thing that's happening here. It's different than us, perhaps, I like this girl, hanging out, a group hanging out. And then there's this thing that's exclusive where they go about spending time with each other outside of us. And then, when we get to hang out together, it's amazing. I just wanted to say that, like, our relationship was very much supported based on the people that were in our lives. Pesach time, my parents found out they were dating and they were not happy with it. And they told me I had to come home. I came home for that Pesach.
They wanted to rein you in a little, like kind of 2-week vacation with this girl.
No, it was just like, how could you do this? Like, this is not okay. We're not okay with you doing this.
One of your siblings
roaming the streets.
Right. That's the
type of thing. Like, that was thing.
You're roaming the streets with a girl.
Yeah, roaming the streets with a girl.
That's what was happening.
That makes sense. That what was happening.
Roaming the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I came back after Pesach.
Did you get warning? Did they tell you, like, sit you down and be like,
no.
What? They didn't prepare you to go back to this big world and give you, like...
No, I think it was, if my memory serves me right, it was just one 10-minute phone call.
You're roaming the streets. We don't like it. Come home for Pesach.
Yeah.
And then no conversation the entire Pesach.
No.
And then I feel bad to go to this topic. But, like, if you were a parent and your 18-year-old son comes home from his gap year in Israel for Pesach, and you found out he's dating someone that you're not excited about, not the person, but the fact that he's dating, and he comes home for 2 weeks for Pesach, are you going to have a conversation with him?
I'm sure I would.
I'm not here to, like, highlight that.
Yeah,
I'm just so surprised.
Yeah, and there's 1,000 other things that I would do different, and there are 1,000 other factors that my parents have for me.
I'm not here to out them. I'm just surprised. I'm just like, just thinking about from the whole story. It's just like wild. That's all.
Yeah. So I think they really trusted me.
Oh.
I think they really trusted me.
That it was going to be, that's going to be done.
First of all, they trusted me by sending me off and that I wouldn't do anything like that. And after I did something like that, they trusted me that I would do as they asked.
Oh, they asked you to end it?
I don't remember, but I think so.
Oh.
They were like, we're not okay with it. That's what I remember. I remember being very shaken up, but also very much not willing to stop.
Right.
To stop it.
Oh, I just want to, like, focus on this, but for time's sake, we're getting to the end of our second episode. So where do we want to, like, land for today? Like, should we go into parenting for a minute?
No. No,
like,
I think we could end that year. We could end that year.
Okay, let's wrap.
That year,
let's shove it all in.
We spend as much as we can together towards the end, and then this one fateful question happens, where in my mind, again, as far as I can recall, it's a long time ago. Number one, number two is, I was pretty much drinking all the time, so that could have affected my memory, but the way I saw it was like, okay, we're done the year and we're going to get married.
But how how would you do that?
I don't know.
Like, you're 19 and a bit at this
That's
point.
A secondary question. For you, it's how do you do it? Okay, then we'll do it. For me, it's we're doing it, and now let's just figure out how it's going to happen.
At 19, you're going to get married
I was absolutely gung-ho ready to get married.
I mean, I knew you were then, but now I'm just like, again, hearing it and wrapping my mind. I'm like, what would we like? We'd move to Crown Heights and figure out our life at 19.
Again, I didn't think about how.
Oh my
I was like, this is my person. What's the next thing? I go
What
get a
did I
job.
tell
What am I
you?
going to get a job without her?
God. No.
What am I going to go and move to New York without her?
No.
No. This is my person, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person.
No.
To which you were like, nope.
Did I say no, we're not getting married, we're never an option, or we're not getting married now? I don't fully remember.
I think it was, we're not for each other. Something like that. Something that you felt from way in the beginning. We're different.
I had to say it at that point.
We have different backgrounds or something like that. And, and that was devastating.
Oh.
It was very devastating. I don't remember when you told that to me. I feel like we were in Tzfas.
I feel like it must have been at the end, like the last few days.
It was in the last few days.
But I did say goodbye to you in Jerusalem. That I remember.
Yes, that was after that conversation.
Oh, so we had the conversation and then we had like a few more days to like say our goodbyes.
I think one more day.
Uh-huh.
To say our goodbye.
Oh, I feel so sad.
Yeah, I remember being so incredibly sad. I think one of our friends, now I'm thinking about the same one that came with us to Eilat. I think I remember him being a comforting companion at that specific evening.
Yeah.
He may have actually bought me that drink, that pink drink. I remember that drink.
Yeah.
And
sounds so familiar.
It's vague, but I basically came to on the plane.
What do you mean came to? Your
Conscious.
senses?
Meaning
you're saying you were unconscious for a
out.
few days.
I blacked out.
When did you black out? What do you mean?
That night.
That we said goodbye? You drank your heart out?
I drank a lot, and I don't remember going home. I don't remember taking my suitcases, putting it into a nesher, getting to the airport, going through security, coming to the gate. I remember meeting this chassid this Hasidic guy who invited me into business class, the lounge.
Wow.
It was probably 6:00 in the morning. I didn't sleep that night.
Right.
I ate a couple of rugelach, something like that. And my next memory is him checking up on me on the plane.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Do you think he knew you were an absolute mess?
I have no idea.
Do you wish you could find him today?
I would have no idea even if I did. I remember anything about what he looks like.
Well, if you're out there watching this and you have a memory, find us. We want to thank you.
And that was the end of that. Yeah, we can pause there if you want.
I'm just, you could.
I wonder what your takeaways are for today.
I'm filled with, I stayed in Israel for a few more days or a little longer. I remember sitting with your friend. I was left off feeling extremely gutted and sad.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else. I knew I had to have that conversation. I knew I had to say that. I didn't know really if that's what I wanted or how I wanted to end it, but that's what had to happen.
I guess some relationships might end bitterly, where, I don't love you anymore.
Oh, I don't love you anymore.
And over here it was just like, we're absolutely, absolutely in love with each other. And we were just both so broken by the fact that apparently it's not going to work out.
Was that news to you? Like brand new? Like, were you shocked?
It was, I think so. Yeah. I think it was a shock to my system.
I probably didn't.
My system can absolutely not handle that. No, absolutely not. I remember the second time.
Wait, don't go to the second time. I'm just so excited for the rest of the story, but just don't go there yet.
Okay.
Well, that was intense. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for episode 3, where we will continue our story and this journey exploration together. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast, Undecided and Committed.
I'm sure you know that this type of work does not happen alone. We'd love to thank our producer and co-sponsor, Yossi Lolian, who recently made Aliyah with his young family and is living his dream. He is the man behind everything tech related on this podcast and believes in our work, and that's why we make such a great team. If you also believe in our work and want to help us spread our message, please reach out to us to sponsor an episode of this podcast. You can dedicate it in honor of a loved one or a momentous occasion or on behalf of your business or brand. You can find all of our information below in the show notes. I'm your host, Chaya.
And I'm Moishe Dov, and we look forward to you joining us on the next episode.